Good morning, students. Today we are going to understand various types of cooperative societies. Okay. Earlier we have done cooperative societies, its features, limitations, and merits. Okay. Now we are going to understand the various types of cooperatives. Okay. Types of cooperative organizations. Okay. So there are various types of cooperative organizations. First one is your consumer cooperative. Okay. So consumer cooperative organizations are those cooperative organizations where a group of consumers or the society individuals who are living in a society means जैसे नॉर्दर्न इंडिया में अभी सोसाइटी स्ट्रक्चर ज़्यादा नहीं है। आप गुजरात में चले जाओ या महाराष्ट्र में चले जाओ तो वहाँ सोसाइटी स्ट्रक्चर ज़्यादा है। बहुत बड़े बड़े वहाँ पे बिल्डिंग स्ट्रक्चर्स हैं, फ्लैट्स हैं या जैसे चौल कहते हैं या सोसाइटीज़ कहते हैं। तो मतलब एक ऐसा है कि जहाँ पे गुजराती ही मिलेंगे सारे, या महाराष्ट्र वाले मिलेंगे, या फिर पंजाबी मिलेंगे। मतलब वो एक पर्टिकुलर एरियाज ऐसे ऐसे कन्फाइंड एरियाज हैं। तो यहाँ कंज्यूमर क्या है, मान लीजिए कि कंज्यूमर एक एवरेज मिडिल क्लास कंज्यूमर है। ओके। और देयर इज ए कंज्यूमर हु इज स्लाइटली हैविंग बेटर earning capacities, but what they are feeling is that the shops which are nearer to those societies, they are overcharging. Okay, because they have to buy goods from an individual, the retailer, who is charging extraordinary margin from them. So what they are doing is, these cooperative societies, here the consumers when decide that okay, let's form a cooperative society and we will buy the goods for our own consumption, we will contribute the money, and from that money we will buy the goods for own consumption. That will help that cooperative society, that will help the consumers in that society. And also if some other individual from other society want to buy goods, they can also come in those cooperative societies. Okay. So consumer cooperative society is a cooperative society formed by consumers to eliminate middlemen out of the link. Here the consumer is either directly buying the goods from the wholesaler or from the manufacturer, and in bulk quantity, thus getting the cost benefit. Okay. And then providing those goods at a cheaper price available to the members of the cooperative society, means the consumers who are members of that cooperative society, and also to the other individuals or other consumers who are coming from other areas. The goods are being provided at a cheaper prices comparative to the retailers who are selling those goods at a higher margin. Okay. So the main benefit of this consumer cooperative society is, first, you are having the cost cutting is being done by elimination of the middleman. Second benefit of consumer cooperative society is that you get good quality of goods and services, okay, at your doorstep. So that is why the consumer cooperative societies are being formed. And third important thing is, whatever the profits are there, they are being distributed amongst the members who have formed that consumer cooperative society. So that is what the consumer cooperative society is formed for, the purpose behind forming the consumer cooperative society. Another cooperative society is your producers cooperative society. Okay. Now, in our country, there are very small producers who are producing different types of goods. Like there are certain producers who are producing cycle rims, okay, or they are producing wires, or they are producing bells, or they are producing handle of the cycle, okay, or there are certain hosiery product producers are there. Very small producers are there. But if they individually go to purchase the raw material from the market, they are getting that raw material at a costly prices, because of which their cost of production increases, and hence their demand for their product is not there. Okay, for example, like baby clothes are to be manufactured by some local producer. So he can't compete with companies like Mahindra, because who are producing the goods in first price, okay, who are selling through first price. So they are producing the goods. Mahindra is producing the goods, the baby kids, baby clothes are being produced. Now there is a hosiery manufacturing company in Ludhiana or in some other part of the country, and they want to compete with big companies. What they do is, all the hosiery companies in Ludhiana will come together, they will contribute their corpus, their money into a common fund, that is a producer cooperative fund, and with that they will buy the raw material required for carrying out the production of the hosiery products in a collective way. Thus, it will reduce the cost of the raw material. Secondly, they will get the orders in bulk, because that is coming to the producers cooperative society. The orders will come in bulk, okay. That will also reduce the cost. So first, they are reducing the cost by buying the raw material in bulk. Secondly, they are getting the orders in bulk, so the production cost is also getting reduced. And thirdly, they can easily now sell the product at a lower prices in the market. Means their margins, they can sell that product at a lesser margin comparative to the margins which they used to charge earlier, since they were the only were the individual producers. So that is the basic reason why producers cooperative society is to be formed. Okay, first reason for producer cooperative society, that is, they can't compete with big companies, so they are coming together to form the producers cooperative society. Second, they can't buy the raw material in at a cheaper prices, so they form a producers cooperative society to buy that raw material required for production at in bulk at a lower price. Third, since they are now a producers cooperative society, they they will get the orders in bulk quantity, and that bulk quantity of orders help them in reducing the cost of production, and hence it improves their quality and their demand in the market, and also they can sell their product at a lesser margin. Okay, so that is the reason why producer cooperative society is formed. Okay, now the third type of producer cooperative society is marketing cooperative society. Now the another problem the producers are facing is, since they are very small producers, they can't allocate special fund for marketing the product, as a result of which they can't create demand for their product. So what they are doing is, they have developed a common brand. Supposingly soap manufacturers are there. Now what they are doing is, they are developing a special brand, a common brand, which is a cooperative brand, okay, for all of them. What they will do is, whatever the product they are producing is, they are advertising through that common single brand. Okay, that is what the marketing cooperative society is doing. That instead these small companies are selling their product without having any brand, and that is not getting them much of the attention in the market, as a result of which the other companies like big companies are taking away the market share. So here what these companies are doing is, these companies, in order to attract attention, to get the attention for the product, to get the quality standards for the product, what they are doing is they are coming together, they are forming a cooperative society, and then they are establishing a common brand for all the companies who are producing that common product, as a result of which they are now getting the attention and also the demand in the market because of the quality standards they have maintained. Okay, they are good producer, but they were not having the opportunity to advertise their product. So since the quality of good was better, but the opportunity was not there, now they have got this opportunity of advertising their product through a marketing cooperative society, as a result of which their product will get more and more attention, more and more demand will come, and then it can be easy for them to increase their production capacities and get more orders for the companies. Okay, later on it can be possible that some of these companies establish their own brands too. Okay, they will leave the cooperative society and make their own brands too, but this cooperative society helps them in marketing the product through a common brand, and when they earn sufficient amount of margins, they establish their own brand, individual brands in the market, and expand their operations. So that is the benefit of marketing cooperative society. Another cooperative society is your farmers cooperative society. Okay, farmers cooperative society is required in this country. It's very important if the farmers are making these cooperative societies to a larger extent, because in India we are having majority of farmers who are having the land tract to the range of 2 to 5 acres of land. Okay, and the productivity of this land is very low, means you can't use mechanical equipment, you can't use hybrid seeds, fertilizers, water facilities, and various other insecticide, pesticides on a smaller tract of land, because the cost of production will be quite high than the benefits they are yielding out of that particular piece of land. So in order to get sufficient benefits out of that piece of land, what these farmers should do is they should come together, they should add on their land pieces with each other in a cooperative society, form a land bank of 50 or 100 acres, and that will help them in having mechanical cultivation, mechanical farming possible, means they can use tractors, they can use harvesters, they can use cultivators, they can use combines, they can have a common water facility, can install water pumps. Okay, for water facilities, they can have a common pool of money to use insecticides, pesticides to safeguard their produce. Moreover, they can use better facilities, better seeds for carrying out the production activities. So that is possible only when there is a bigger chunk of land available. So it is very important that 20 or 25 or 30 farmers should come together, they should add on their land and pool their land, and then they will have the benefit that they have sufficient funds available to carry out the mechanical farming, which will improve the productivity, growth, and can help them in getting better returns out of that piece of land which is clubbed together. That's why we should opt for, the farmers should go for the cooperative society form of farming activity, which will be beneficial and economical for the farmers. Okay. Another form of cooperative society is your credit cooperative society. Okay. The another problem which our farmers is or landless labor is facing these days is that they are not having the easy access to the money or the loans from the market. Okay, banks are not providing them sufficient amount of loans. If they default upon loans, then banks are very harsh on them as compared to the businessmen, means big business houses, those who are running away from this country, but banks are very polite on them. But in case of farming community, the small farmer is bearing the burn. It's not the big farmer. We please have this point in notice. It's the small farmer who is having small land tract. They are bearing the burden. They are bearing the blunt from the banking system, that they are very harsh on them. Either they are not providing them loans because of less guarantees, or they are very strict, have very strict norms to provide loans and in various other aspects to these farmers. So loan is not available from the banking system. Now they have to get loan. They will approach towards the non-banking finance companies or the money lender or the local lenders, and they are charging high amount of rate of interest. They are charging 8 to 9% rate of interest in some cases, means it varies from 2% to 9%, means if we calculate for a year, it amounts to 24% to 108%. Okay, of the interest is there, which is being charged 84%, somewhere 96%, means 8% every month. So that is the amount of interest which is being charged from the small farmer, the landless laborer, or the various very very small businessmen. They don't have the money, and they have to get money from these money lenders or local lenders or non-banking financial companies, since the banking system is not providing them sufficient amount of funds. In that case, to safeguard them from these harassments, it is very important a credit cooperative society should be formed, which have the pool of money being collected from all the members of the society, and from time to time it will provide them interest, in will provide them loan at a cheaper rate of interest, and will help them to carry out their business of farming or various other activities. So credit cooperative societies, since these are formed by the small landless laborers or farmers or various other individual businessmen, they are pooling in their funds, and with that pool of funds, they can from that pool of funds they can easily get the credit at a cheaper rate of interest, and hence can carry out their activities in a proper manner, as compared to be charged higher rate of interest by the non-banking finance companies or the banks having very strict norms with them, and fleece the way. So that is the reason why credit cooperative society should be formulated. And the last one is your housing cooperative society. Since in our country population is increasing day by day, and people are not having that much amount of money that they can have their individual houses, So nowadays a new concept has come that a cooperative society, housing cooperative society is being formed, and the members of that society pool in the funds and buy a particular chunk of land, means half acre or a 1 acre of land is being purchased, and on that particular land they are getting the flats being constructed, the towers are being constructed, which is 10 story or 12 story or 14 story as per the government norms. They are getting the towers constructed, and in that housing society only they have a shopping complex, they have the hospital, or we can say the emergency hospitalization services are there, water facility is being created, park is there, and recreation facility is there, club is there. Okay, so we can say playway school is there, or a school up to class 5th or 8th is being constructed in that particular area. So such type of housing societies are nowadays coming up, that here a few individuals who want to live in that particular area, they buy a piece of land through the funds they have contributed together into a housing cooperative society, and hire a contractor to build the houses in multi-story building. Okay, that can be 8, 10 or 12 flat story building or 14 story building, and in that vicinity only they are having a shopping complex, club is there, then park is there, water facility is there. Okay, this and moreover these are having gated societies, so security is also, sense of security is also being maintained. So such type of societies which are coming up nowadays is known as housing society. So it is solving the problem of living in a metro city where you can't have individual houses, since the land is very costly and less in availability. So that less land is being used, a small part of land is being used to accommodate large number of individuals together at one place. That is what the housing cooperative society is. Okay.